Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, MAC Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about MAC Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
And we're back at Brainerd Baseball Field. Lee Johnson here with Joby Hodling. If y'all don't know, I'm doing the play-by-play because Joby yesterday in the 20-5 Bulldog win over at Lovington, he can't find his voice. He lost it. And so he's been kind enough to run the scorebook, the commercials. If I were trying to do that, it'd be a disaster. So thanks to Joby for doing that for me and helping me out. So the Bulldogs have taken the field for Game 3 of the Friday doubleheader. And let me go over the Bulldog defense. So pitching on the mound will be Dalen Pacheco. Catching will be Aiden Huffman. In the outfield from left fielder will be Frankie Galindo. Center fielder Jesse Armendariz. Right fielder Caden Beauregard. Left to right on the infield at third base Jack Byers. At shortstop Jet Fuentes. At second base Nye Estrada. And at first base, Ricky Armendariz. That sets the defense for the Bulldogs. Pacheco finishing his warm-up throws. Huffman going to throw it down to second. We're going to get started. So for the Lovington Wildcats leading off, it's going to be number 4, second baseman Jaden Gutierrez. I'll say one thing for the Lovington Wildcats. They did not give up, and they had the lead, a 2-run lead at one point in the 6th of the baseball game. They're a scrappy team, and you can't take them lightly. So Pacheco looks like he's starting out of the stretch. Defense is straight away. And the pitch by Pacheco. Fastball, bounding ball, up the middle for a leadoff single for number 4, Jaden Gutierrez, a Wildcat second baseman. One pitch, and Lovington has a base runner already.
Now batting for Lovington, center fielder number 2, Ryan Weezer.
So coming up to the plate, the center fielder number 2, Ryan Weezer. He was on base a bunch last game. Pacheco gets the sign. Pacheco throws from the right side. Weezer not happy with what's going on the mound, so he steps out. He's back in the box now. Pacheco takes a look at first and the pitch. Bounding ball to first base. Armendariz fills it, makes a one-hop throw to second base, and it ricochets off the shortstop Jet Fuentes for an error. That's going to be a throwing error on the first baseman, Ricky Armendariz. That was a great pitch by Dalen Pacheco because he jammed Weezer, and it was about a 3-hopper to Armendariz. He just needed to settle in and make a good throw. Probably not going to turn a double play on that ground ball. So Lovington's in business already. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And the number 3 hole hitter, Micah Pondo, the catcher, hit two-run homers last game. Here's a pitch by Pacheco. Fastball on the inner half. Pondo fouls it down into the pine tree area of Brainerd Park. Pacheco ahead in the count, 0-1. You can't leave the ball up on this kid. He will hit a home run. He had two, as I said, two-run home runs the last game. His second 2-run homer put Lovington ahead by 2 runs, 10-8. The second pitch by Pacheco was the ball, so it evens the count at 1-1. He gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. Count goes to 2-1. Weezer at first, and Jaden Gutierrez at second base. Nobody out. Bulldogs looking to turn 2. Outfielders are pretty much straight away for the Bulldogs. Pacheco looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Curveball, bounced it up there. Aiden Huffman did a good job of staying in front of that, kept the ball out in front of the plate. The runners could not advance on that curveball in the dirt by Dalen. Dalen's gone 3-1 on the hitter. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 outside. The Lovington Wildcats now have the bases loaded with no outs. Now, if you're the Wildcats, you're looking to have a big inning in this first half of the top of the first inning. Now they have the cleanup hitter up, number 5, left fielder Patrick Sanchez. Pacheco still out of the stretch. He's been in the stretch the whole time, even with no runners on. Middle infielders playing back. The corners, third and first baseman, are up. Pacheco gets the sign. Knee lift and the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. This is a really good night for baseball. It's kind of cool. Wind still, the breeze is dying. The wind's dying a little bit. Pacheco in the pitch. Curveball bounced. Tough play for Huffman because that pitch bounced way out in front of home plate. So you've just got to kind of let the ball bounce and then adjust to the baseball. He took it high off his chest protector, kept it out in front. A good catcher's invaluable to a baseball team. Invaluable at blocking pitches. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the inside corner by Pacheco. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. Bases full of Wildcats. Nobody out. Bulldogs need a double play ball right here. Here's the pitch. And the swing by Sanchez. Pacheco gets a strikeout on the curveball in the dirt. That was a big out. Now the Bulldogs can get out of this inning with a double play. It brings up the 5-hole hitter, number 1, the shortstop, Cayman Ochoa. Pacheco gets the sign, comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. I'm not sure what he was waiting on that one. I would have broke all my shoelaces swinging. Pacheco ahead in the count, 0-1. I'm going to say he's going to go to his curveball. He's been getting some swing and misses on that thing. Ochoa calls time. It's going to be a challenge for Huffman as a catcher because he's done a good job so far blocking pitches in the dirt. Here's Pacheco and the pitch. Curveball in the dirt for a swinging strike 2. Pacheco way ahead in the count, 0-2. He can throw just about anything he wants to right now. He really doesn't want to throw one right down the middle for sure. I think he's got the hitter guessing on what's coming right now. Pacheco comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball, inner half. Fouled way high out behind the Bulldog dugout. It didn't leave the park. It stayed in the park, but foul. Good pitch by Pacheco. He got in under his hands. Ochoa hit him from the right side. Everybody on in the Lovington order minus Fidencio Lujan, the right fielder, are right-handed hitters. Lujan is a lefty. Pacheco with the stretch and the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cayman Ochoa, the Wildcat shortstop. Pacheco's in some high-stress stuff right now as a pitcher. Here's the pitch. Curveball. It stays up. The crowd disagreed with that. I thought it was up myself, but evens the count to 2-2. Pacheco comes set, and the pitch. Fastball. Chest-high fastball. Ochoa swings through the pitch for strike 3. Great job by Dalen. That's his second strikeout of the inning.
Now batting designated hitter number 9, Ethan Gonzalez.
Brings up the designated hitter number 9, Ethan Gonzalez. Base is still loaded for the Wildcats, but they have 2 outs now. Pacheco trying to work his way out of this bases loaded jam. Here's the pitch. Good fastball in. It looks like his fastball may have a little late life to it. It's getting in under the hands of the right-handed hitters right now. He's ahead in the count, 0-1. Is Pacheco. Here's the pitch. Looked like a curveball, stayed in. He tried to front door him on that. So to a right-handed hitter, what I mean by front door curveball, that would be in the inside corner to a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Fastball. It's up. Alvino Lopez, the PA announcer, didn't like the call. Umpire said it was up. Counts 2-1, and the pitch. Fastball on the outer third for strike 2. I don't know what the runner at first base is doing. He was halfway to second base. We had him out if we'd have just thrown over there for the Wildcats. It's all 2s up on the board. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled back by Ethan Gonzalez. He's the DH for the Wildcats. Pacheco has thrown a lot of pitches. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Line drive to the second baseman, Estrada, for the 3rd out. Pacheco gets himself into a jam and works his way out of a jam. He threw 23 pitches that inning. Wildcats got no runs on 1 hit, 1 Bulldog error, and 3 left on base. Bulldogs coming up in their half of the first. We'll be right back.
Cisco Equipment in Artesia is your local dealership for construction equipment, both for rental and purchase. We have a full service department and parts department to provide the equipment, parts, and service you rely on.
With brands like Linkbelt, Hyundai, JCB, XCMG, and more, we want to be your primary choice for all of your equipment, sales, rentals, service, and parts. If you're looking for a specific part, come see us first.
Cisco Equipment carries a solid line of new and used equipment for rent and for sale, including excavators, loaders, telehandlers, backhoes, skidsters, and more. We proudly serve southeastern New Mexico, and we offer multiple locations in Texas so that no matter where your job is, we're here to help you get the job done.
Stop in and see us today at 1706 South 1st Street or give us a call at 575-748-1314.
We look forward to earning your business.
Cisco Equipment in Artesia, a proud supporter of your Artesia Bulldogs.
Welcome back, Bulldogs, Bulldog fans. We're at Brainerd Baseball Field, home of the Artesia Bulldogs, for Game 3 of the 3-game set with the Lovington Wildcats. The Bulldogs won in the bottom of the 7th in the second game, the first game today, 11-10 in a dramatic game-winning double by Aiden Huffman. Now up to the plate for the Bulldogs in their half of the first as leadoff hitter, second baseman number 2, Estrada. The relief pitcher from the last game for the Wildcats was Josiah Gauna. He started this second game, and the count now on Nye is 1-1. Gauna working quick. That was a front door curveball called a strike on Nye. Here's a windup in the pitch by Gauna. Fastball. Catcher jumped out there like he was going to throw it around for the call third strike. He was trying to sell it to the umpire, but it was well off the plate. It count evens up to 2-2. Nye looking to get on base. Here's a curveball, and he reaches out and pokes it to the semi-line drive to right center field. Nye Estrada gets the single. He's on first base. Brings up the left fielder, number 17, Frankie Galindo. Nye's not the fastest guy on the team, but he's got above average speed, I'm going to say, at first base. Gauna looks at first. Galindo squares to bunt and bunts through the ball for strike one. He almost ran into that ball with his body. I don't know how it didn't hit him, but it didn't. So Gauna ahead in the count, 0-1, and the pitch. Inside, Galindo showed bunt again, but pulled back. Pitch was well inside. It's 1-1 now. Coach Ortiz giving some signals. Galindo digs back in. Gauna from the stretch. Curveball, just a bit high. It was well over Frankie Galindo's helmet. Count goes to 2-1. Estrada at first on the single to right. Gauna, the pitch, fastball. Must have been low. Count goes to 3-1 on Galindo. He needs to be looking for something he can drive right here. The pitch, fastball, beat foul towards the Lovington dugout on the third base side. I'll say one thing, Josiah Gauna, the Lovington pitcher, he likes to work quick. The stretch and the pitch. Curveball, swing, strike three. I think he struck Galindo the last time out in that first game also on a curveball. That's one out for the Wildcats. Bringing up the number 3 hitter, number 12, the third baseman, Jack Byers. Nye Estrada still at first with one out. Gauna from the stretch and the pitch. Nye Estrada off on the pitch. Easy stolen base for Estrada. Byers showed bunt and pulled it back. I believe that was a ball. A lot of times that hitter can bring that back right in the eye side of the catcher and block his view a little bit. Here's the pitch by Gauna. He called that was a curveball strike. That was the top of the strike zone on Byers. Evens the count 1-1. Nye Estrada leading from second. Gauna working quick again. Byers ground ball to the shortstop. Ochoa. He bobbles it. I'm gonna call it an error. You know, even if it had been a close play at first, that's a tough one. That's one of those in-between ones, Joby. But if he'd have just kept running through the baseball, it'd have been a close play at first. Then that's when it becomes a base hit, I think. But so Bulldogs in business. Runners at first and second, one out. Dalen Pacheco had a 2-run blast for the Bulldogs in the last game to tie it up. He fouled that first pitch off to the back behind the stands here. Pitch by Gauna. Curveball. Fouled out of play down the right field line into the pine trees over at Brainerd Park. It's well out of. It's where the coaches park over there. Pacheco down in the count 0-2. Guyana with the pitch. Curveball. Pacheco sees another curveball. He flies. He hits it to center field. Fly ball. Weezer under it for the second out. Fires it back into third base. So the Bulldogs with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Up to the plate, number 1, the designated hitter, Diego Morales. Guyana working quick. He gets the sign come set, and it's to the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball. He doesn't throw real hard, but he's got a decent curveball. He's keeping the Bulldogs kind of off balance right now. That curveball was low for ball 1. Guyana with the second pitch. Another curveball. It stays out. Diego Morales ahead in the count 2-0. This is a hitter's count right here. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Sharp line drive into left center. Nye Estrada coming around third. Jack Byer stops at second. Estrada will score on the Diego Morales 2 out. Line drive single to left center. Bulldogs scored first in the first game, which is always good. Now brings up the big first baseman, number 25, Ricky Armendariz. Runners at first and second. Byers at second. Morales at first. Curveball. Armendariz pops it straight up. The pitcher's going to take it himself. Guyana did a good job right in front of the first baseman, McKillop, for the third out. Bulldogs take the lead 1-0. They get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 Lovington error, 2 Bulldogs left on base. After 1 complete, the Bulldogs won. Lovington Wildcats, nothing. We'll be right back.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. And everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Hello folks, Martin here from PRMI in Artesia, your hometown lender. Have you been on the fence lately about purchasing or refinancing a home? I know it's a big decision, and the interest rates are playing a huge part in that. I'm here to let you know I understand your concern and would like to talk to you about your options. There are financing products available that may suit your budget, and I'm the person to talk to. I offer a personal service, fast approval process, and a knowledgeable support staff. So call me at 575-749-6278 and let's discuss your options.
PRMI NMLS 3094 is an equal housing lender.
And we're back at Brainerd Park. At the end of 1 inning, the Bulldogs have got 1 run in the first, and they're half the first, bringing up the Lovington Wildcats, or leading off for the Lovington Wildcats in the top of the second is the pitcher, Josiah Gauna, number 21. Dalen Pacheco, first pitch, fastball. Gauna fouls it straight down for a foul ball, strike 1. Pacheco out of the stretch. I guess he feels more comfortable like that, which is fine. Comes set, and here's the pitch. Curveball, great curveball. That fell off the table to Gauna. He's down in the count, 0-2. I'm going to say the outfielders are fairly deep for the Bulldogs. At the pitch by Pacheco, curveball, I was going to say it stayed in, but the umpire rung him up. That was a chest-high curveball on the inner, I'm going to say the inner third, for called strike 3 for the first out for Dalen Pacheco. Brings up the right fielder, number 19, Fidencio Lujan. This guy's a pesky hitter. He was on base a lot last game. and he's up on the plate. So Pacheco delivers first pitch, fastball outside for ball one. Lujan digs in. He's a left-handed hitter. Pacheco leaves it inside this time for ball two. Pacheco gets a sign. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside corner for strike one. Brings the count to 2-1 on Fidencio Lujan, the right fielder for the Wildcats. Pacheco from the stretch and the pitch. Looked like a curveball that stayed away for ball three. Let's see if Dalen can come back in the count right here. It's 3-1 on Lujan, the left-handed hitter. Fastball, he beats it into the dirt. Pacheco fills it out in front of the mound. Flip to Ricky Armendariz at first. He goes down to one knee but holds on to the ball for the second out of the inning. That's, as a pitcher, is what you want to do, get weak contact. You're trying to miss the barrel of the bat if you're the pitcher, which is a good thing. Now hitting for Lovington Wildcats, a third baseman, Auden Paredes. First pitch from Pacheco is a fastball down the right field line in foul territory. Ricky Armendariz running straight as fast as he can to the fence, past the dugout, makes the catch. Nice play by Armendariz for the third out. And for the Wildcats in that inning, good inning for Dalen Pacheco. They get no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The Bulldogs coming up to hit in their half of the second, leading 1-0. We'll be right back.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled commercial break to bring you a special news update. Prices are falling and people can't believe what they're seeing. Here's Scott with more.
Scott Gilmore from Richland Dodge. Are you looking for a new vehicle? Well, make a stop and see the Dodge Boys at Richland. We have a huge variety of new and used vehicles priced to sell. And why not buy from Richland? You will get a powertrain for life on all qualified vehicles and become a brand champion, qualifying you for half-price oil changes, free towing, and many more advantages for being a Richland customer. Visit Richland Dodge on Southeast Main in Roswell. Ride on the Y and ride on the price.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. Being a mom of two boys, I know the struggle after a long day of trying to get dinner on the table. So let us take that off your to-do list. Come by and try our 10-piece feast. A 10-piece dark special with mashed potatoes, gravy, creamy coleslaw, 5 buttermilk biscuits, and a half-gallon beverage bucket of your choice for only $31.99. We will also now honor our competitors' coupons at our location. Yes, that's right. Save your gas from driving across town and bring their coupons to our store. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local Artesia KFC Taco Bell.
And up for the Bulldogs, Jet Fuentes. First pitch by Gauna. Curveball away for ball one. Jet is hitting in the 7. Moved him down a little bit. Fastball in. Jet rips it foul into the bullpen of the Lovington Wildcats in way foul territory. The count evens at 1-1. Gauna gets a sign. He's in the windup. Curveball stays in on the inner half for a called strike 2. Jet down in the count 1-2. Here's the pitch by Gauna. Fastball away. Evens the count at 2-2. Bulldogs trying to get some runners on in their half of the second. Gauna gets the sign. Knee lift in the pitch. Fastball in. Jet drives that in the same exact place as he did the one prior to that, into the Lovington bullpen. Count remains at 2-2. Here's the pitch by Gauna. Curveball away. Jets work the count to 3-2. He needs to get on for the Bulldogs. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fastball away. Jet Fuentes leads off with a walk in the bottom of the second, bringing up the catcher, number 10, Aiden Huffman. He's hitting in the 8-hole for the Bulldogs. Jet Fuentes has good speed at first base, as do most of the Bulldogs. Huffman settles in the box. Gauna gets the pitch, looks at first, comes set. And the pitch. Huffman squares to bunt, and he fouls it into the on-deck circle of the Bulldogs. So, with the first baseman holding the runner on at first, the hitter wants to bunt it to the first base side because it's unoccupied over there, close enough to the line where the pitcher has to field it and go to first base. Pitch from Ghana. Huffman squares again. A good bunt this time. It's going to be a base hit. Hits the first baseman and Kareem's down to the ground. He kind of dropped it. The first baseman was blocked by the runner somehow. That was an outstanding bunt by Huffman for a base hit. He's got really good speed. He ain't the fastest one, but he's got really good speed. We've got a courtesy runner, number 7. That will be Josiah Rodriguez. He's got great speed. I don't know how many pick sixes he had in football this year, but he had a handful, I'm telling you. Now up for the Bulldogs, center fielder Jesse Armendariz. The pitch from Ghana. It gets all the way to the backstop outside the catcher, Pondo. Pondo didn't make a great effort to get a glove on that one. So, I'm not a fan of a guy getting down on one knee just because I think it limits the catcher's mobility. The pitch by Ghana fouled down into the dirt by Jesse Armendariz. It seems to me, just watching Jesse hit, he's not seeing the ball really well. And, boy, a base hit would do him a lot of good right now. He just needs to try to relax and not press. Might be pressing a little bit. Here's the pitch by Ghana. Curveball in the dirt. The count goes to 2-1. On the pitch that went to the backstop, both runners advanced. So you've got Josiah Rodriguez at second and Jet Fuentes at third. Fuentes scores on a ground ball to the shortstop who made the throw to first, but Jesse Armendariz beat that out. He's got good speed. I know, I sound like a broken record. But the Bulldogs get another run. That's a run batted. That's a single, infield single by Armendariz to plate the second run for the Bulldogs. So Nye Estrada up at the plate again, number 2. He's 1 for 1 with the single. Runners at first and third. There goes Armendariz from first to second. Josiah Rodriguez just trots home from third. The Wildcats forgot he was on third. And Armendariz sneaks into second base. I'm going to say the Wildcats misplayed that play. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying there is a way to defense that, and they didn't defend it right. Now Armendariz is in a rundown in between second and third. They make 3 throws, and he's into third safely. So Armendariz on both plays in between first and second and third, he took off early, and there's a way to handle that if you're on defense, and the Wildcats misplayed both of them, and Armendariz ends up on third. And the Bulldogs played another run, and it's 3-0. Estrada's still up. It's a hard shot past the third baseman into left field. And plates Armendariz for the Bulldog run number 4. So nice, 2 for 2. Frankie Galindo struck out last time swinging on a curveball. I think the Bulldogs are going to be more aggressive on the bases. Estrada off on the pitch. It bounces in the dirt, and he's in with the stolen base. Pondo, the catcher, could not keep that in front of him. I don't know if he could have picked it up and thrown nigh out or not. Gauna is already pitched from the stretch. Curveball laced into left field. Line drive. Estrada coming home. And the relay from the pitcher. Estrada out at the plate. Good tag by Pondo, the catcher. Estrada was way back behind the plate trying to slide, trying to miss the tag, and Pondo stayed after him and made a really good tag on that play. So now up to bat, runner off. Frankie Galindo, the throw beat him, but it got out into center field. He's safe on the stolen base. Up to bat. I'm a little behind, sorry. The third baseman, Jack Byers. That pitch was I think it was a ball. Ball one. Byers is 0 for 1. He got on a fielding error by the shortstop. Frankie Galindo trying to occupy Gauna's attention at second base. He steps off, does the pitcher. He's going to reset. He works really quick. The pitch to Byers, curveball, off the plate. It's going to be 2 balls and no strike. Byers has a favorable hitter's count right now. Gauna's almost quick pitching. I wasn't even ready for that pitch myself. Byers fouls one pop fly in front of the Bulldog dugout to the right side, and the first baseman cannot come up with the catch. That would be Cole McKillop. So the count on Jack is now 2-1. I'm not kidding. I thought that was a quick pitch. He is working so fast. You got to be ready as a hitter. I might take time out to get into the box, but here's the pitch. Lace, hard single past the shortstop to left field by Byers. Throw from the left fielder. Comes into home plate. The catcher catches it on the fly out in front of home plate. Byers singles to move Galindo to third. Runners at first and third, Bulldogs with 1 out. That brings up number 9, the pitcher, Dalen Pacheco. He had a 2-run blast the last game. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout, his first time up. Byers at first has a good lead. He's off on the pitch. Dalen Pacheco drilled with a fastball. He throws the bat with some authority and hits somebody in the on-deck circle. I hope Diego's all right. I think they hit him in the shin. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Pacheco at first. The bases are loaded full of Bulldogs right now with 1 out. Josiah Gauna, the pitcher for the Wildcats, has got himself into a little bit of hot water. And it brings up the designated hitter, number 1, Diego Morales. Morales is 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Bulldogs will be running hard. Anything on the ground. Ground ball to the second baseman. He flips to the short. He drops the baseball, but on the transfer, he drops the ball. The umpire called
Up next for the Bulldogs, Ricky Armendariz.
the courtesy runner out at second base for the second out. Byers moved from second to third on the play. Brings up first baseman Ricky Armendariz. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. We'll see if Diego Morales will be on the move at first. Not on this pitch. Morales is 0 for 1. He flew out in the first. Armendariz. Sorry, I said Morales. He got me occupied because he's at first. Ricky popped up the first time to the pitcher just in front of first base. 2-0 to Armendariz. Runners at first and third. Diego Morales at third. At first base. Jack Byers at third. Curveball by Gauna. Ricky Armendariz swung through that curveball. I'm assuming he's going to see another one. Diego Morales takes his lead at first. Then the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Flips to the second baseman. The second baseman hopped over the bag and did not touch the bag. The throw from the shortstop beat the runner, but he never touched the bag. Umpire called him safe. Everybody's safe.
Now batting number 4, Jack Fuentes.
That was a miscue by the second baseman for sure. The second baseman was coming across the bag towards the shortstop who had come up to field the ball, not quite in the baseline, about halfway, and the throw beat him. He made a good throw, a chest-high throw to the second baseman, and he hopped over the bag and didn't touch the bag. He had the ball. He did not drag his foot. Here's the pitch by Gauna to Jet Fuentes. Fly ball to shallow center field. Weezer takes charge. That's a tough play. Makes the catch for the third out. So the Bulldogs in the inning get 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error on the Wildcats, and 2 Bulldogs left on base. After 2 complete, the Bulldogs are leading 6-0. We'll be right.
If you love to drive, or even not so much, take your car to the place with the magic touch. It's Big O Tires. Trust the team with expertise for tires and more. Visit your locally owned Big O Tires. From April 22nd through May 12th, save big and get $70 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Cooper tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for details. Spring is sprung, and your friends at Sun Country Homes and Gardens have wet their plants from excitement. Sun Country carries hardy plants grown in and for our region, including landscape shrubs, trees, perennials, xeriscaping, desert plants, annual flowers, bedding plants, seeds, and vegetables too. Inside the iconic red barn, you'll find beautiful home decor, a wide selection of fertilizer, gardening supplies, and the most knowledgeable and welcoming staff in the area. Stop by Sun Country Homes and Gardens, 2707 First Street in Artesia, and see why Sun Country Homes and Gardens is Southeast New Mexico's premier lawn and garden headquarters.
And back at Brainerd Baseball Field, Lee Johnson and Joby Hodling on the call. Well, not so much Joby, but he's doing all the electronic stuff. He's keeping me, he's doing a really good job too. So up for the Wildcats is Jaden Gutierrez, the leadoff hitter. He's playing second base. The pitch by Pacheco is fouled into the dirt for strike 1. It was a fastball. Gutierrez is 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Pacheco has thrown 33 pitches, 21 for strikes. He's around the zone. He's still out of the stretch. All the infielders are straight away. Here's the pitch by Pacheco. Fastball in, stays in, evens the count at 1-1. The Bulldog outfielders, the right fielder's pinching the gap into right center, which is good. The center fielder is to the left side of second base, so he's shading him to left a little bit. Fastball by Pacheco. It tied Jaden Gutierrez up on that. He swung over the pitch. Dalen's doing a good job of inducing weak contact right now. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Back to the mound. 1 hopper. Pacheco fills it, turns and throws. Ricky Armendariz catches it for the first out of the inning. That's going to go 1-3 if you're scoring at home. I don't tell you every time how to score it, but
Weezer.
I'll try to start doing that. Lady Bulldogs in Roswell at the end of 4. They're beating the Goddard Lady Rockets 7-0. Sounds like they have that game under control. Pacheco, first pitch to Ryan Weezer, the Lovington center fielder, was a fastball outside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error, on a Bulldog error. Pacheco with the pitch. Fastball, low and in the dirt. Flag's still floating out there. There's still some breeze. Weezer 2-0 count. Here's the pitch by Pacheco. That's a fastball way outside. Huffman barely got a glove on that one. Count. Let's see if Dalen can come back. He's made some really good pitches down in the count against some hitters already in this game. It's 3-0 on Weezer right now. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Stays down and away. There's a 1-out walk to Weezer. That's going to bring up the catcher.
Now batting number 12, Micah Pondo.
The number 3 hole hitter, Micah Pondo. He walked his first time up. Weezer has good speed at first base. Pondo has a throw from Pacheco to first, trying to keep Weezer close. I was saying Micah Pondo had 2 two-run homers the first game. So he's got some pop in that bat. I don't know what brand of bat he's using, but it's bright pink. You can see it really well. The pitch by Pacheco. Fastball. Pondo lines one to right center field. Is it going to split the outfielders? Almost to the wall. Weezer to third. He's coming around. It's going to be a stand-up. 1-out double by Pondo. He's not slowed down this game. So the Wildcats, I said they didn't give up. They are pesky hitters, and they're not going to give up. Bulldogs, they score 1, so the Bulldogs have a 6-1 lead with Patrick Sanchez, the left fielder. Weezer at second with the stand-up double. Or that's not Weezer. That's Pondo. I believe, did they put a courtesy runner in for him? The courtesy runner is Caden Mitchell. Pondo with the stand-up double. Courtesy runner Mitchell at second base with 1 out. He's got a measurable lead out there. Curveball. Oh, it stays off the plate, just off the plate. Bulldog fans moan and groan on that one. Evens the count at 1-1. Pacheco did a little double take. He wanted that call. That was a close pitch, to say the least. I'm thinking there's going to be a pickoff attempt right here because something. Just because I know. I think we got a signal from the second baseman that we're going to put something on. Nope. To the plate. I was wrong. I'll be quiet. The Bulldog, so Nyestrada was calling some signals. Yeah, I think they were trying to put a pickoff attempt on. Mitchell at second base had a sizable lead 2 pitches ago. They're trying to keep him close. So Sanchez fouls that one off out of the park to the left side, or to the right side. Evens the count at 2-2. There's just 1 out in the inning. Lovington Wildcats have a runner in scoring position at second base. the courtesy runner, Mitchell, running for Pondo, the catcher. Curveball freezes him. Pacheco loved that call. He punched him out on the mound himself. For the second out of the inning, brings up the shortstop, number 1, Cayman Ochoa. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first. Pacheco gets a sign, looks at this runner at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball pops straight up in the middle of the infield. Who's going to take this ball? Ricky Armendariz coming in. Luckily, he doesn't. He collides into Damon. Dalen Pacheco. I'll call him Dalen Pacheco, and doesn't hurt him. That is one big man. That's got to be 275 pounds of humanity running at you. So, in the inning, the Wildcats get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. At the end of 2.5, Bulldogs 6, Wildcats 1.
It's the big savings grocery sale at Fens Country Market in Artesia. Red Diamond Tea, gallon, select varieties, $2.29 each. Blue Ribbon Classics Ice Cream, 48 ounces, 2 for $5. Kraft Mayo, 22 to 30 ounces, $4.48 each. And Best Made Pickles, select varieties, $2.98 each at Fens Country Market in Artesia. And right now, Coca-Cola select flavors, 12-pack cans, $5.99 each at Fens Country Market in Artesia.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
In Artesia, contact Sandy Stockton at 575-748-1111.
Back at Brainerd Park, Lee Johnson, Joby Hodling. And the first pitch from Josiah Gauna. Curveball to Aiden Huffman, the catcher. Gauna working quick. Here's the pitch. Fastball, fly ball out to shallow center field. Weezer settles under it, makes the catch for the first out. That'd be 2 pitches from Gauna and 1 out. Going to bring up the center fielder, number 8, Jesse Armendariz. Jesse's 1 for 1 in the game. He had an infield single. I hope that gets him out of his. He just hadn't been hitting well, and the Bulldogs need him to hit well. He's got good speed. Here's the pitch by Gauna. Fastball stays in for ball 1. Coach Artea's given Jesse some signal, so I don't know if that's hit the ball hard line drive or what signal, but that's what we hope it was. Pitch from Gauna stayed away, ball 2. He works quick. He's got the sign and the knee lift and the pitch. Fastball. Jesse drills that one off the fence in foul territory. And we get a warning from Will Robinson. Alvino has all kinds of buttons down there at the PA board. Here's the pitch. Curveball. He drills it to center field. Armendariz around first. He's looking for 2. He better be looking for 3. He makes a wide turn at second and stays at second. He destroyed that curveball. He hit that so hard, it really fooled Weezer in center field. Weezer took 1 step in, and then he was running straight backwards after that. Outstanding hit by Jesse Armendariz. He's 2 for 2. Now it's going to bring up Nia Estrada. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles in the game. Gauna, here's the pitch and the curveball. Stays away. Pretty close pitch.
Correction, that's Nia Estrada.
1-0 on Estrada. Jesse Armendariz at second. He's got a good lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Evens the count at 1-1. Bulldogs up 6-1 in their half of the third, bottom half of the third. Pitch by Guyana, and a fly ball to right field. It's gonna carry over the right fielder. Jesse Armendariz coming around third. He's going to score. Nia Estrada's going to be into third base with the stand-up triple and a RBI.
Hit for the Bulldogs, Frankie Galindo.
That gives the Bulldogs 7 runs. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Frankie Galindo. He's 1 for 2. He struck out swinging in the first and singled in the second. That ball carried further than the right fielder thought it was going to carry. Here's the Guyana in the stretch, runner at third. Here's the pitch. Curveball for a strike. Frankie didn't like the way that one looked, so he took that one. Guyana working quick again. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Galindo. Sharp line drive single over the shortstop. It careens off the left fielder. Boy, if that would have gone to the fence, Frankie would have been on third because that kid can run fast. He has really good speed. He's our running back. So that's going to be scored as a single and a E7. Frankie with the double. It's plating another run, plating Nia Estrada, who was on third after a stand-up triple. It looks like we've got a mound visit from the pitching coach or from the head coach. We're going to have a pitching change. A left fielder, it looks like, is going to come in to pitch. We'll see. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
To be a champion, each team member must do their part to help the team win. That is true in business too. Ed Safety and Services LLC want to do their part to help your business win. They specialize in several field services: sandblasting, coating steamers, pressure washing, repairs, and cleanouts. Ed Safety also offers drug and alcohol screening and on-site services and safety trainings to make you better. Ed Safety and Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
And we're back at Bulldog at Brainerd Baseball Field. I was going to say Bulldog Baseball Park. That ain't right. So we got a pitching change. The left fielder, Patrick Sanchez, comes in to pitch. The courtesy runner the last inning for the Wildcats was Caden Mitchell. He's going to enter the game into left field and play left field. The Lady Bulldogs in Roswell against the Goddard Lady Rockets in the middle of the fifth, lead 10-0. It looks like the Bulldogs are going to sweep.
Now batting Jack Byers.
Jack Byers comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's been on base twice. He reached on an error in the first and singled in the second. He's up in the third with an RBI opportunity. Frankie Galindo at second base after a double. Byers takes a chest-high fastball for a ball. Never fails. The catcher goes out to the plate after the first pitch to make sure they're on the same page. Signal-wise, Byers steps back in. Sanchez looking at Galindo at second. Curveball. That was a nice curve for a strike. Byers took that one. Evens the count at 1-1. Dalen Pacheco on deck for the Bulldogs. Oh, Byers came out of his socks on that cut. Fouled it straight back. It was a belt high fastball. He wished he could have that one back. So he's down in the count 1-2. We are airing via KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. Joby told me to say that a bunch, and I've not said it but about 3 times.
4 times.
Jeff Curtis corrected me. I've done it 4 times, one better than I thought I had. So Byers drills it down the third baseline. Hard ground ball, foul outside of the bag. The count is 2-2 on Byers. Pacheco on deck. And maybe Diego Morales in the hole over there in the dugout. Here's the pitch from Sanchez. Byers, sharp ground ball single in the 5-6 hole. Frankie Galindo around third. Scores easily. Byers stays at first base on the RBI single. That gives the Bulldogs 9. They're up 9-1. Bringing up the pitcher, Dalen Pacheco. He's 0 for 1. He flew out and was hit by a pitch. Byers at first with 1 out. He's got a good lead. And the pitch from Sanchez outside for ball 1. Dalen's nickname is Paco. He throw down to first base. The first baseman did not get a glove on it. It goes down the right field line. Jack Byers around second, heading to third. He's going to be into third on the throwing error on the catcher. The first baseman acted like he never saw the baseball. So Dalen has an RBI opportunity now with the runner at third. Out at Brainerd Park, the outfield fence has some holes in the bottom of it, but on the backside there's a hollow space. We used to have a family of foxes living in the fence. Okay, Pacheco almost ducked into a curveball, but the Lovington left fielder was pointing at the fence. There was something furry under the Giles sign out on the outfield fence. So we don't see a fur ball out there anymore. He made it into the fence, under the fence. So
for the Dogs, Diego Morales.
He's just doing his nightly routine out there, trying to come in and catch some varmints inside the park. Pacheco walks. And we have a courtesy runner with Diego Morales coming to the plate. So Diego Morales is 1 for 2. He's singled. I want to say that was number 18. Is that David Hammond? David Hammond courtesy running. And the pitch. Hammond's off. The throw to second. 1 hops. Hammond in there with the stolen base. Runners on second, third, 1 out. The Bulldogs lead the Wildcats right now 9-1. Diego Morales up. Has an RBI opportunity. And the pitch by Sanchez. Curveball for a strike. The count on, he didn't like that one. He thought that one was up, but needless to say, the umpire has the last say on that. It's 1-2 on Diego. Here's the pitch by Sanchez. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Froze him. So Diego Morales strikes out looking for the second out of the inning. Bringing up a big kid. Number 25, first baseman, Ricky Armendariz. Boy, the catcher, Micah Pondo. The catcher, Micah Pondo, just nonchalant on that short hop. I don't even know how he caught it. He's down on one knee. His rear end, his right leg is straight out. It's a way the pro catchers. It's a pro style. I call it a pro style, and it's just to get down lower. But the catcher really doesn't have that much mobility as far as blocking balls, unless the ball's right in front of him. The count is, Sanchez has run the count to 3-0 on Ricky Armendariz. I'm going to say he has a green light. That was a high inside pitch. Ricky does a double take looking at the umpire. He didn't agree with it, but it's strike 1. It's 3-1. Now he can come uncorked on this swing. That hits him. And Ricky took exception on getting hit by the 58-mile-an-hour curveball.
Now batting Jack Fuentes.
The pitcher's not trying to hit the hitter by any means. If he was, he'd have thrown a fastball and hit him in the ear hole. So I'm just clarifying that. So what I'm saying is, Ricky, y'all just run down to first, not worry about it. He's going to get hit way harder than that at Eastern New Mexico next year by some big defensive guys, so he better get ready for it. Jet Fuentes up. First pitch to him was a strike. He fouls the next pitch straight back. Bases are loaded, full of Bulldogs with 2 outs. Come on, Jet. You need a Bulldog hit right here, kid. Here's the pitch. Fastball in, tied him up. He took it for a ball. Count is 1-2. Sanchez at the windup and the pitch. Curveball. Strike 3. Got him looking for the third out of the inning. The Bulldogs have a good inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. 2 Lovington errors and 3 runners left on base. At the end of 3, the Bulldogs 9, Lovington Wildcats 1. And I have a message. It said Goddard Baseball wins Game 2, 8-1 over that's going to be the Portales Rams. I don't know if that was in Roswell or in Portales. I'm not sure. But anyway, with a helicopter fixing to land at the hospital, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.
Smile Expressions in Artesia encourages you to treat your teeth to a spring cleaning. You'll have healthier teeth and gums, fresher breath, and brighter teeth. Plus, you'll be reducing risk for dental problems and improving your overall health. To schedule your dental spring cleaning, call Smile Expressions 575-746-1900 or request an appointment from our website, artesiadentist.com. Quality dental care, hometown comfort. That's Smile Expressions in Artesia. Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. This is the top of the 4th. Ethan Gonzalez, the designated hitter, up for the Wildcats. Pitch by Pacheco, fastball in there for strike 2. Gonzalez is hitting in the 6th hole as the DH for the Wildcats. They're down 9-1 in the fourth. Pacheco still on the mound out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball just off the plate. Runs the count to 1-2. So it looks like it's leading up to next week's games between curveball, sharp, breaking ball in the outer half. Gonzalez goes down swinging for the first out. It's going to be a showdown between the Goddard Rockets and the Artesia Bulldogs for the district championship, because both teams should be undefeated going into that 3-game set. So whoever can win 2 out of 3 will be the district champs. Pacheco with the pitch. Oh, he almost gets dehorned with the line drive back up the middle. That's Caden Mitchell, number 18, the left fielder. Pacheco did a dance out of the way for the sharp single up the middle.
Up next for the Wildcats, number 19, Fidencio Lujan.
Brings up the right fielder, number 19, Fidencio Lujan. He's 0 for 1. He's grounded out. Mitchell at first with the sharp single off of, Coach got to get a bat. It's right. Well, it was in the way. Lujan up. He bats from the left side, only hitter for Lovington that hits from the left side that we've seen. Mitchell at first takes the lead. Pitch off the plate away to Lujan from Pacheco. I don't think Lovington can afford to do anything crazy on the bases, so I wouldn't expect they'd be running or hitting and running. They've got to have a big rally to get back into this game. Pacheco has a token. He fires that one over there. I'm not so sure you need to worry about, you can give up a few runs for outs. The Bulldogs can. So here's the pitch. Inside, right at the belt for a strike. He threw that one hard. That may be one of his harder pitches of the night in the fourth. Dalen works out of the stretch. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low. It's going to even the count, or it's going to bring the count to 2-1 on Fidencio Lujan, Wildcat right fielder. Pacheco's kind of preoccupied with the runner at first with an 8-run lead. You don't want to forget who's the most important guy. It's the guy at the plate right now. And the fastball fouled straight back by Lujan. Evens the count at 2-2. Lujan 0 for 1. He had a couple of hits last game. Pitch by Pacheco. It's a high fly ball. It's going to be way out of the park, out of the right side of the park. It's out on, what is that, 13th Street? Good luck on finding that one, guys. Pacheco comes set. He must think Mitchell is the fastest base stealer, and he's thrown over 3 times. And the pitch, fastball strike. Strike 3, swinging. So Huffman dropped the ball, but with first base being occupied by a runner, he doesn't have to throw down. There's 2 outs, runner on first, with number 10, Auden Paredes, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out. Pacheco looks at first. He comes to the plate. Fastball in. Wildcats are running out of outs in this game. And that's exactly what the Bulldogs are liking. Pitch, good curveball by Pacheco. Sharp breaking ball for a swing and a miss by Paradis. Counts 1-1. Runner at first in Mitchell. And the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Mitchell's off on the pitch. Maybe Pacheco knew something we didn't. That was a great pitch to run on because it was in the dirt, stayed in the dirt. But that run really doesn't mean anything right now. Dalen, if he'll just concentrate right here and get this guy out, he'll be in good shape. Curveball, sharp breaking ball, stays away. Count goes to 3-1. I think the crowd's getting a little lackluster or whatever. There's some people leaving. They think we've got the game. The throw from Armendariz to third. Mitchell in third safely. Did the catcher throw down? I was looking at the crowd. I missed that. So on a pickoff attempt, Dalen Pacheco picks the second and throws it into center field. Middle infielders were staying in their spots. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, Estrada. He flips it over to first for the third out of the inning. Armendariz has a pickup, and that's it for the Wildcats. So the Wildcats get no runs on one hit, no errors by the Bulldogs, and one man left on base. Bulldogs coming up to hit in their half the fourth, lead 9-1, and we'll be back in one.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Gear up for the next sports season with a sports physical at PMS Artesia Family Health Center. For only $25, ensure your student athlete is ready to hit the field with confidence. Schedule an appointment today by calling 575-746-9848 or visit online at pmsnm.org. Let us help your young athlete at the top of their game. Choose PMS Artesia Family Health Center for affordable, quality care.
And welcome back, Bulldog fans, to Brainerd Baseball Field.
Bulldogs number 10, Aiden Huffman.
The Bulldogs in the bottom of the fourth. Coming up to bat is the catcher, number 10, Aiden Huffman. Aiden is 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice. He was sacrificing a runner, but it ended up being a bunt single. He has good speed. He beat it out at first. He's 1 for 2, and he's flown out also. So the first pitch to Aiden misses the catcher. He didn't make a very good attempt to get to the ball, but needless to say, it went to the backstop for ball one. Here's the second pitch. Sharp ground ball up the middle. Second baseman gloves it. Huffman going to beat it out for another infield single. He's got good speed, good hustle. I'm not sure a perfect throw would have got him. So a leadoff single by Huffman brings up the number 9 hitter, center fielder, Jesse Armendariz. He's 2 for 2. He laced a double over the center fielder's head last at-bat. Look like we have a courtesy runner, and I believe that's Josiah Rodriguez at first. I'm saying he's off on the pitch. Here's a throw from the catcher, in safely. Pretty good throw by the catcher. That's about as close as they've been on throwing a Bulldog runner out at second. And Josiah Rodriguez had a really good jump. He's in scoring position with no outs. Armendariz on that pitch fouled that fastball straight back. Evens the count at 1-1. He's got another RBI opportunity because the guy at second base, Josiah Rodriguez, is really fast. Oh, high and tight. That hit him. I believe it hit him on the shoulder. Nicked his shoulder. Jesse Armendariz on first with a hit by pitch. It's going to bring the top of the order back up for the Bulldogs. Nye Estrada. He's at second base. Nye, get this. He's 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a triple. Here's the first pitch. So Micah Pondo, the catcher, the ball gets by him again. That's really, I talked about it a while ago. You can see if you're watching on TV, when he gets down in that stance, he does not have any mobility. He did it again. Here comes Josiah. He's going to come in for the Bulldog 10th run. Fox out on the field. He's in right field. He's going towards the foul line. As I was saying a while ago, through all the years that I know that a family of Foxes have lived inside the fence, and they're just out trying to get their nightly meal, take care of a few rodents and maybe some lizards and grasshoppers. Estrada hits one to right field. It's down the line. He's going to go in to second. Right fielder Lujan bobbled the ball, but Estrada stays at second. And number 8, Jesse Armendariz scores easily for the Bulldogs. Nye Estrada is 4 for 4 on the night. He's a home run short of hitting for the cycle, and he may get a he's not going to get another chance if they get the – is that the right score, Joby, 10-1? Okay. That's what I thought. The score is 11-1. Bulldogs have an opportunity to 10-run rule the Wildcats. On the wild pitch, it gets by the catcher, Pondo, again. Nye Estrada ends up at third. It is 11-1. Here's the pitch. So that pitch was fouled back by Frankie Galindo. It's 1-1. Sanchez with the pitch. It's going to be ball 3 to Frankie Galindo. I'm not sure. So Bulldogs have a 10-run lead and with a runner at third with no outs. Half the Wildcats are playing up and half of them aren't. So I would be trying to cut the run off at the plate.
Now batting Jack Byers.
So Galindo takes first base on the walk, still no outs, bringing up Jack Byers, the third baseman. Jack is 2 for 3, has 2 singles. He called a balk. The umpire just called a balk. So what happened, the pitcher went to his mouth while he was on the rubber and did not wipe off. And the umpire called a balk. And so that balked in run number 12 for the Bulldogs. So as a pitcher, you can go to your mouth while you're on the mound, but you have to wipe it off. Now, if it were earlier in the spring and it were cold, they let you blow on your hand. I mean, both sides, the umpire can say, you can blow on your hand. You don't have to go wipe it off or whatever when it's cold. But it's not that cold out there. So he did lick his fingers and he grabbed the baseball, and that's obviously a no-no. The first pitch to Byers is a curveball high, 1-0. Here's the pitch again. Byers laces one to left center. It's going to fall in front of the center fielder. Here comes Frankie Galindo, can run like a gazelle. I'm telling you. Man, I'm glad he's on our side. For run number 13. Bulldogs have 13 now. And up to bat now is Dalen Pacheco, the pitcher. He's 0 for 1. Dalen's like a magnet. He gets hit about every game, at least, I think. Every time I've seen him play, he's gotten hit. And I hadn't seen every game, but he's on base a lot, needless to say. There's ball 2 outside by Sanchez. I had the count wrong. I apologize. Now the count's 2-1 to Pacheco. Byers at second. So Pacheco gets a high inside pitch and swings at it. I can tell you what he wants to do right now. He wants to knock a homer. So it's 2-2 on him. Curveball away for ball 3. Dalen had a 2-run homer in the first game of the twin bill today. Here's the pitch. Fastball away for swinging, strike 3. That's the first out of the inning for the Wildcats. So with 1 out, runner on second, Jack Byers on second, brings up the DH, designated hitter, number 1, Diego Morales. Diego is 1 for 3. He's singled and he's been on twice. He's been on with the fielder's choice, and he's struck out once. The pitch from Sanchez is high for ball 1. Byers at second base, score 13-1. Here's a pitch. Fastball down low. Sanchez working quick. The pitch popped up to the second baseman. He called it. Camps under it for the second out of the inning.
For the Dogs, Ricky Armendariz.
So coming to the plate with 2 outs is the first baseman, Ricky Armendariz. Ricky's 0 for 2. He's flown out. He's reached on an error, and last time he got hit by a 58-mile-an-hour curveball. Another curveball away. Different pitcher, though. For ball 1. Ricky's been on base twice. Fastball right down the middle. He offers at the pitch and comes up empty for strike 1. Wildcats have 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Curveball hits him on the helmet. Oh, hit the bat. Okay, that's why he didn't get mad. He's chuckling at himself. So you gotta duck he forgot to duck everything but the barrel of the bat. 2 strikes on Ricky. Here's the pitch. It's away. Evens the count at 2-2. Sanchez working quick. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Laced down the left field line. Hooking foul. He kind of hit that one. He was out in front of it. He hit it off the end of the bat. Two and two on the batter with 2 outs. Wildcats trying to retire Armendariz. And the pitch, curveball high. Pondo hits off his glove. You know, as a catcher, when you catch every inning of a doubleheader, it's understandable. You're going to get tired later on in the second game. But really, really good catchers, they somehow maintain their focus. And as a catcher, you have to, I mean, it's your job to catch the baseball and to try to keep it from going to the backstop any way you can. So he may be getting a little tired as a catcher. He's caught the whole game, both games. Up to bat, Jet Fuentes. He's playing shortstop. He's 0 for 2. He's been on one time with a walk. Jet's kind of in a hitting funk right now. He needs a base hit. It would do him a lot of good. Fastball down low. Evens the count at 1-1. Runners at first and third. Byers on third, and Derek Warren pinch running. Fuentes hits a high fly ball to the left fielder. Boy, I'm glad he's got a big glove because that would have been close. He catches the ball for the third out. Fuentes flies out to left field. That's a F7 for the Bulldogs. 4 runs on 3 hits. No error, no Lovington errors, and 2 Bulldogs left on base. At the end of 4, Bulldogs 13, Lovington Wild.
Artesia High School Bulldogs Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC. Proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Forest Tire, mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
And we're back at Brainerd Park, home of the Artesia Bulldogs. Bulldogs have a 13-1 lead and need 3 outs to complete the 3-game sweep of the Lovington Wildcats and stay in a tie with the Goddard Rockets for. I think Goddard has one more game to play. No. Goddard has swept all 3 games against the Portales Rams. So right now they're in first place because they have one more win. But the Bulldogs are fixing to be tied with them for first place. Pacheco's still on the mound. Jaden Gutierrez, the leadoff hitter, is up again. He's playing second base. The Wildcats need at least 3 runs to keep the game going, being at 13-1, Bulldog lead. There's a fastball in the dirt by Pacheco. Pacheco has thrown 65 pitches, 39 strikes, 26 balls. Through 5, that's not bad. Knee lift in the pitch, fastball inside. It's going to be 2-1 on Jaden Gutierrez, Wildcat second baseman. Every Bulldog's playing straight away in the infield and the outfield. Pitch by Pacheco leaves a curveball up high. It's 3-1. It looks like it's going to be a Goddard Rocket Artesia Bulldog showdown next week. So that was ball 4 on Jaden Gutierrez for a leadoff walk in the top of the 5th. Bringing up Ryan Weezer, number 2, the center fielder for the Lovington Wildcats. Here's a pitch by Pacheco, curveball. That was off the plate, but Weezer offered at it for strike 1. Pacheco looks over it. Pacheco ahead in the count 0-2. Sorry, I was looking at what the next week setup is. So we play Goddard here on Thursday at 5 o'clock, and then on Friday we play a doubleheader at Goddard. Pacheco with the strikeout in the dirt. Nice curveball. For the first out of the inning. Brings up Micah Pondo.
Batting number 12, Micah Pondo.
The catcher. Pondo is 1 for 1. He's walked and doubled. He's been on base both times. Dalen throws a fastball for ball 1. That was low and in the dirt. And we've got a runner at first still, the Wildcats do. And the pitch, curveball, laced to center field. Pondo carries the pink bat halfway down the first with him. I don't know how many hits he has tonight, but he's got at least, I think he has at least 5 hits. Maybe Joby said 4. He might have 5 hits. So runners on first and second, 1 out for the Wildcats. Brings up the pitcher, number 5, Patrick Sanchez. He's 0 for 2. He's Bulldog. Dalen has struck him out twice. He's looking for the hat trick. And the pitch. Fastball away for ball 1. Dalen's he doesn't work super fast. He's kind of methodical. He's kind of gets in a rhythm. He's kind of got a routine out there. Gets his sign. He'll look once at runner at second. Then he'll probably come to the plate. Knee lift in the pitch. Curveball. Dalen has gotten his curveball over. And then with 2 strikes, he's been throwing it in the dirt for his wipeout pitch. So he evens up the count, 1-1 on that good breaking ball. Bulldogs looking for a double play right here. Oh, he got in on his hands. He jammed him really, really hard there. Sanchez fouls that one off. That was a weak contact foul ball right there. Pacheco ahead in the count 1-2. He looks once at second base. He's coming to the plate. Curveball. It's a lazy fly ball to Armendariz in center field, left center. Makes the easy catch for the easy put out. There's 2 outs. Bulldogs need 1 out to be tied with the Goddard Rockets at 6-0 for the district lead.
Up next for Lovington, number 1, Cam Ochoa.
Now coming up to bat's a shortstop. Cayman Ochoa, he's 0 for 2. He's struck out and flown out. Pacheco to the plate. Fastball. Good fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Dalen's still throwing, still has some life. in his pitches. That was a really good fastball. He looks at second base and the pitch. Curveball to Byers at third base. Jack gets a glove on it, and it comes out of his glove. I'm gonna call it an error. Just if he fields it clean, he throws him out.
Now batting number 9, Ethan Gonzalez.
I'm not sure. Jack was on the full run. I'm not sure he had to come quick, but not quite that hard. I think if he tries 2 hands instead of 1, maybe it works. But needless to say, bases full of Wildcats. If they score 3, we're going to keep playing. So up to bat is the designated hitter, Ethan Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Pacheco still working. He steps off. He gets the sign. We're looking. We've got to force out at any bag right now. And the pitch. Good fastball for strike 2. Really good fastball. Fans are getting excited. They want a strikeout. 0-2 to Gonzalez, a DH. He's in the hole. Pacheco. I'm going to say he's going to throw a nasty breaking ball right here. Gets by Huffman. Not far enough. It was a curveball away. Dalen just kind of pulled that curveball. One and 2 on the hitter, Gonzalez. Pacheco to the plate, fastball. Gonzalez did a good job of fouling. That was a good pitch on the outside corner. He fouled it off. He's making Pacheco work a little bit. Bulldogs have a play at any bag. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Oh, I don't know if that was a strike, but the umpire rang him up for strike 3 and the sweep of the Lovington Wildcats. Game ends 13-1. On the inning, Lovington scores no runs on 1 hit, 1 Bulldog error, and 3 Wildcats left on base. We're going to take a break and come back, and we'll give you the totals of the game. We'll be back in.
This is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company. I'd like to invite you to come see us here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia. We're celebrating 99 years in business and take great pride in providing the very best in customer service and a hassle-free buying experience. We have a great selection of the most popular Chevy and GMC models, along with our hand-picked pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. We look forward to seeing you here at 101 West Main in Artesia, or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day.
And back at Brainerd Baseball Field, Lee Johnson and Joby Hodling.
Also, happy birthday to our own Katie Fernandez.
Alvino, our PA man's wishing somebody a happy birthday. I had to let that go so they can have their day in the sun. But the Bulldogs complete the sweep with a 13-1 win in the second game, actually the third game of the series. So the totals for the Lovington Wildcats, they had 1 run on 4 hits. There were 4 Wildcat errors, and they left 8 runners on base. For the Bulldogs, we had the same number. We scored 13 runs. We had the same number of hits we had the last game, 14 hits on 2 errors, and we left a lot of guys on base too, 9 left on base. Bulldogs complete the sweep of the Wildcats. They're 6-0, tied with the Goddard Rockets for first place. And they will face off next week in a 3-game set, 1 on Thursday here at Brainerd Baseball Field at 5 o'clock and 2 in Roswell at, I believe they still call it the launching pad. Longest home run I've ever seen there was one that Jarris Granger hit about 5 years ago, and it's still going. And it was called he loved to hit on that field. Jarris could hit him as far as anybody. But the ball flies for the Bulldogs there just as well it does for other people. So that's going to be there's going to be some intensity in those 3 games, and if there's not, those kids don't need to be on the field, because it always is. I'm saying there's going to be some chippiness by the end of probably every game, and that's just the way it is. Both teams are really competitive, and so if you win the district, you get to host that first round. If you, I don't know. If you lose, I'm not sure how it would go, Joby. If you get beat 2 out of 3 and win one of them, if you're still in the top 8, but the Bulldogs would like to win at least 2 out of 3. That would guarantee them the district championship, and so they wouldn't have to worry about it then. They would be seated wherever they're going to be seated. In the top 8 somewhere. Coming into this series, they were ranked 7. I assume we're going to at least stay there. Depending on what the other teams in the state did, we could move up, which would be to our benefit also. Bulldogs hit the ball really, really well. Good job, Alvino. And I'm looking forward to it. Got a big day tomorrow. Joby and I are going to Roswell tomorrow to do the NMMI Broncos, the junior college teams. They're playing Amarillo College. And I believe the Broncos won the first game. They were going to play a doubleheader today and, of course, a doubleheader tomorrow. Joby and I will be there first pitch at 12 o'clock for the first game of the doubleheader. It'll be game 3 of that series. They play 4-game sets, 2 doubleheaders on 2 different days. And so anyway, if you want to listen to Joby and I again, we'll be in Roswell tomorrow on the Bronco broadcast via KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. It's a good night, Joby. You need to say anything? It was a good crowd, good Bulldog crowd. Saw some good baseball. Here's my thoughts on the Bulldogs right now. I think we need to clean up some of the errors. I think we're in good shape. We're swinging the bats really, really well. Not everybody, but that's baseball. Not everybody's going to hit at the same time all the time. So I know some guys like I can remember Jesse Almendares had 2 hits in the second game, and I know that's going to help him out going forward. Top of the order's hitting the ball really well. And as I said earlier, the Bulldogs can put a lot of pressure on other teams with their team speed, because we have, overall, I think we have exceptional team speed. And that makes defenses work quicker. It puts pressure on pitchers, holding people on. And so, needless to say, that's a good part of our offense. But for Joby Hotline, I'm Lee Johnson, and Joby will be here next week calling the games, and it'll be a fun set. See you guys next Thursday at 5 o'clock.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP. Sports on KSVP AM and FM is presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center, and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Board Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Police Department, Big O Tires,